Okay, 1 2 1 2. Logging back into this account after about a month and seeing over 2,000 views is a wild feeling, I cannot lie. This is actually like a spare account I made before deciding to use my personal YouTube. I uploaded my first video here as a test and immediately forgot about it. Proceeded to watch it absolutely bomb on my main channel. I'm talking like 3-4 views over the same amount of time. I can't lie, I was disheartened. However, I had enjoyed doing it, and I've been trying to come up with more videos ever since then, regardless of how poorly that first one went over. For me, just making the video itself had been a huge undertaking, and I felt that uploading it was itself a success. To have spent a month understanding that this huge project hadn't taken off, as mid as the video was a challenge for myself, but I had made my peace with it. I had the freedom of knowing the next idea I came up with would continue to be mine and mine alone. I didn't need to worry about it being scrutinized by anyone or held up to like a lens. Now, I see 2,000 people have seen the first one. Loads of people left comments, and thank you if you did. Just like this video, I will read every single one, and I appreciated them all. I was actually too embarrassed to read them, and I had to get my fiance to vet them first, so thank you to her for that. But man, they were super nice, and I didn't know what to do. These numbers do seem small when I compare them to some YouTubers I watch, but I've also never seen 2,000 people in a room at the same time. That's like an incredible amount of people. I mean, like if you stop for a moment, like even the 79 subscribers I have, can anyone just stop and imagine nearly 80 people standing in your house? Like, would you even fit them? That's mad. Like, it's not an insane amount of people, but it's still probably more people than I've ever addressed at one time. So I decided to make this my next video, because I promised to make only what I want on here to prevent it from becoming some algorithm chasing obsession. When I saw the numbers on that first video, my initial reaction was shock. My immediate follow-up was to feel a tiny bit panicked. I mean, instantly I'm realizing that this went so well compared to how I had initially thought it went. No longer am I thinking I have all the time in the world to like eventually pop another little passion project or silly piece of nonsense out there. Suddenly I felt like I had 79 different hands on my shoulder, 79 people who had wished me well and offered their support that I couldn't disappoint. I thought it'd be interesting to dissect this as a way to avoid like getting stuck and never uploading anything again. Though the numbers are still small by the standards of most YouTubers, they are plenty big enough for my personal scale. For anyone who's put themselves out there and had some small modicum of success, be it on or off YouTube, no matter how minuscule that success may have been, perhaps you felt this way before. Suddenly, there's like a pressure upon you. It's not yours anymore. You've given this project to and or put yourself in front of the public on whatever scale you may have chosen. The entire dynamic shifts. Suddenly, I'm second guessing whether my stupid little video ideas I've been coming up with are even going to cut it. I mean, will my new subscribers want more of the same type of video? I don't always have something interesting to say. Sometimes my uploads are going to be stupid or maybe cringy or even irrelevant to most people. I mean, will people unsubscribe if I don't edit the next one as much? It was fun, sure, but it takes a long time, as anyone who's edited will know, and I have a 6-week-old son to take care of. Editing so heavily is something I can't manage at the moment, but I also don't want to miss my opportunity to grab this channel and take it somewhere. I had a lot of fun making that video, and it would be like a great outlet. I don't want to lose that opportunity. Will I keep enjoying it? The pressure of everyone who's watched and subscribed and commented so far alone is enough to make me anxious. Will even a small amount of attention more break the back that's trying to carry it all? I mean, like I mentioned in my first video, you just go watch it if you haven't yet. This has always been a dream of mine, and though I'm happy simply uploading, I would still feel disappointed if I failed to like excite or entertain the people that have already taken a shine to my content. It's a lot to think about, and I hope people find this interesting. I mean, it's fun to hear about big YouTubers talk about being recognized, quitting their jobs, knowing they'd made it. Maybe smaller ones talk about how they felt after finding their niche, after getting into the swing of things. But as someone who's been enamored with trying to break into content creation for so many years, I've wondered how it feels when you score your very first success. To stop even after, a tiny victory and just dissect how it feels. that's the linchpin of this video, and thank you to everyone who's made it this far. To that one guy from the last video, hopefully I've like condensed my thoughts well enough this time that it doesn't drag on as much. I do genuinely appreciate feedback. It's not meant to be bitchy. Thank you. I hope you're still here. Okay, here it is. I have talked a lot about pressure, expectation. It's a
3 weeks later.
Disposition personally, but it never pays to focus entirely on the negative, and I haven't mentioned the final way I felt as I saw those, to me at least, huge numbers on that first video. I felt elated. I had made my peace with the video getting no traction on my main, but honestly, to hell with that. Like I said, this has been my dream for years, and pretending that I don't care is only a defense mechanism so I don't feel stupider when it fails, but that's not how you enjoy yourself, and I don't want to pretend that this isn't fun. If you're trying to do something to better yourself, or like chase your dream, or even just do something you're passionate about, don't feel bad about it. I love cringe, I watch cringe, but people assign the word too readily these days. Enjoying something passionately, be it like a video game, TV show, fandom, anything, even just a hobby, it's not cringe, it's like the best and only real way to enjoy yourself. If you're constantly second guessing yourself, wondering if other people are going to care whether you like this or whether you're enjoying it too much, you're never going to actually enjoy yourself in the moment. So no, I was worried, and I still am, but I'm also excited. This was my first big success. I haven't created something in years now, and the numbers on that first video are a success to me. If that's all the success I see, I'd be happy, and I have my family to think about. I know from personal experience, it can often be hard to visualize YouTube as having a personal life that takes more precedent than what they put online, especially when they get big. But at the same time, I know that this will always be a hobby and a passion for me, and that is how it should be, and I assume that's how it is for most people, even those who go to those insane heights. It sounds like I'm immediately going back on myself and pretending that this doesn't matter and I'm too cool for it, but that's not it. It absolutely does. I just think you should try not to obsess over more and more success. Take some time to enjoy every victory, however small. Most importantly, I think, find something where you're motivated to succeed. Those views, every subscriber, and every comment I had really lit a fire under me. I mean, I want my next video to do well. I would like to turn this hobby into a passion. Like I said before, I have a newborn, so I find that I don't have the time to get out and do a lot of stuff at the moment, and to find a hobby that could take off like this, that lets me spend more time with my son and also sort of vent about my passions would be like the best of both worlds. So to everyone who helped kickstart my dream, thank you. Every view means a ton, and I hope everyone enjoyed the first video. If you haven't seen it, there is a link in the description and at the end of the video, so please do check it out, it means a lot. To everyone who already has and liked it, thank you even more. I read every comment and they mean a lot to me. I mean, it's a huge, huge buzz seeing people enjoy things that you make, and I hope I can grow into everyone's expectations. I've read all the feedback. I'd love to hear more. So if you have any other pointers, leave them below. This one's a little more rough around the edges, but it is what it is. It's, like I said, it's sort of a bit of a frantic video because I realize I haven't popped up in about a month after uploading that, so I want to get back into it. To the guy who really wants me to talk about Cyberpunk Edge Runners, I absolutely will, do not worry. This video is a little different to other ideas, as like I just said, it's a bit more of a reaction to the reaction you guys had to my first video, hence why there's essentially just some B-roll playing, but it's B-roll for an upcoming video, wink, wink. To those who have subscribed, thank you so much. This really has been years in the making, and I hope it'll be years of making content to come. I can't promise what content that'll be, only that I'll want to upload it. Perhaps some will be shorter or less edited, like this one. Sometimes they might be a longer undertaking, and I'll give them the sort of editorial experience like the first, but that depends upon my chubby son and his feelings on this. To everyone who's found this video, whether you're a returning viewer or new, thank you. This video was conceived with the idea in my mind that, like, settling with your success is the right thing, that you shouldn't obsess over wanting more. I think that holds a lot of merit, but also, if you want something, you have to really want it. I'm not personally afraid to say I would love for this to take off, and so I'll say thank you to everyone who's helped me light this fire. To those new to the channel, please help me stoke it. If you enjoyed this one, if you'd be interested in a little bit of insight on the journey of an incredibly small YouTuber, please make sure to subscribe and check in as I fill up this channel with whatever I can. It might be video essays sometimes, but then it might also be skits, shorts, or like music, anime reviews. Genuinely, nobody knows. As long as I'm having fun and somebody's enjoying it, that'll do. Finally, thank you to my fiance and my son, both of whom have given me their patience and their love, and who are the main reasons I had the courage to upload anything to begin with.
Two weeks later.
I mean, I'm being honest here. This video itself, as bare bones as it is, has taken me like, I mean, I'm looking at the dates now, like a couple weeks now, which is mad. But I've got a like a 7-week-old baby, so it's so hard to find the time. And it doesn't mean I want to stop doing it, but like I can't realistically keep up with the level of content I want to. So, you know, hence why I think you can't always hold yourself to this standard. I'm sure if I had that passion, that drive, I'd find ways to get more stuff out there. But there's other things that my passion and my drive want to go to at the moment, especially with a baby so young. You know, there's a lot of stuff I'm more consumed by than this, and that doesn't mean it's any less important to me. It's just, you know, hard to find the time. I do hope this comes across more as like me giving you sort of a bit of insight into how I work, more than excuses, because as much as my sort of flow of content is slow, and it probably will be slower than some, and it may chop and change, I genuinely don't feel like my passion or my want to be involved in this kind of thing is any less than other people's. It's just, I think an important part of enjoying yourself when you're doing something like this is not holding yourself to the standards of those around you, because everyone does function way too differently. If I was trying to hold myself to the standard of doing videos every day, doing videos every even few days, it would be too much for me at the moment, and so I wouldn't enjoy it. So don't involve yourself in something that you hate, because you'll never get that same energy out of yourself that you do if it's something you love. That's why a lot of people struggle with working dead-end jobs. Is why I haven't been able to hold one down. Anyway, and it's not like stuff like this is without like any sort of difficulty or compromise, anxiety on, you know, your part. I mean, it is always hard to know that you're doing the best that you can. Like I said with the upload schedule, I haven't been able to get anything out. And I already look at that subscriber count. I've seen it go down twice since that first video sort of took off. And as much as I have sub 100 subscribers, it still hurts to know that there were 2 people out there who enjoyed my content enough to subscribe and then were disappointed by the lack of a follow-up. So I am sorry to those 2 guys. So it's probably been like a few weeks since I noticed that there was some traction on that video, and I still haven't managed to put anything together. I've recorded like 50 things and I haven't turned any of them into videos. It started to like, it sucks. Like, it's really easy to do something in theory, but it's hard to put it into practice. Like, it was like a big thing, I mean, my ratio is still pretty good. You know, it's 13 years on that last video to like a couple months on this one. But it's really hard to like, you know, go from that, which was this, it ended up being this big project. And as much as, you know, 13 years, it really only took like a month, and I had the idea and I worked on it. Whereas now, I need to, like, I have more ideas, but I don't know which one is the one I should go with, you know? If I start talking about some of the games and shows I've enjoyed recently, am I pigeonholing myself into really specific content? If I stay too vague with the topics I discuss, am I just like another drop in the pond? This stuff like this isn't going to go smoothly, whether it's coming onto YouTube and doing content creation, or, you know, if you're going to interview for a job, or, you know, it's never going to be easy, and you might cycle through a lot of interviews, you might cycle through a lot of videos, you might not see a lot of success. But I think I need to remember that feeling of it just being like this relief to get it out there, and try and tap into that. So I don't even know if this is going to make it to the video. I don't know if this section holds any merit, but it is something just to ponder, that like, once there's something at stake, as much as, you know, a couple thousand views might not seem like much at stake, I don't want to disappoint, and I also don't want to disappoint myself. I don't want to start putting up stuff that people think is stupid or uninteresting, but I also want to do stuff that I think is fun, even if it's not you know, like even if it's like a 1 minute long stupid skit about Cyberpunk, because that's what me and my fiance have been playing. So bear with me. You don't have to watch or enjoy everything. I hope you stick around, even if not everything's your cup of tea. Thank you again. Really, it means a lot. One last thing from me, by the way, and then I swear I'm gone. Little request that would really help me out. So if you feel so inclined to leave a comment, please let me know what you think of this down below, as it would be a big help. But obviously the previous video on my channel, which I will leave up at the end, was a big project, the big one, over edited, to be honest. I'd say I had fun doing it. I've never really edited before, so I was testing out my chops, but it takes a lot of time, and like I've said many times, I have a newborn now, and it's difficult to work around him. And I thought I'd experiment with this video, which is obviously a little bit more in the moment, because I think that's an important thing in order to get content out, is not to be too overly precious about the way it comes out. So in this one, you'll notice there's a lot more sort of, I'm essentially just giving you the raw audio. If there are particular parts that really irk you, if there's any grating sounds, if it really is just unbearable to listen to and you'd much rather have the cleaner, sort of more edited audio, please let me know. Or if you don't really notice, then again, let me know that. If you think it's fine, that would be a big boon as well. I would love for this to stay quite casual. Part of the reason I want to be a YouTuber is because I don't deal well with professional settings or, you know, professional circumstances, so I'd much rather keep this a casual thing. So yeah, let me know what you think. Love to hear, and pop it in the comments. I'll reply to all of them, and maybe that'll shape how I do this moving forward. See you soon, and as always, take care.